Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thursday Night Live with me, Kid, and Dana Williams. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Everything is good now.
All right, we got the sound. Okay, here's the thing. Here's what happened, in case you're curious, and thanks for sticking around, everybody. I recently updated Wirecast. You know, the program that cost me $1,000 freaking dollars. And for some reason, the update decided to change everything.
Yeah,
even though I do
it, man, every time.
Yeah, even though I saved it. Even though I saved. Anyway.
Yeah.
Can you tell by looking at my face that I'm both mad, frustrated, and upset? You can't see it, but I think my ulcer is going to start bleeding through my shirt.
I think you need to go put your back brace back on.
I think I need to go pile on some back medicine is what I need right now to calm the hell down. All right. Anyway, thank you for sticking around with us. Let's go ahead and start the show again with the Cadillac of processed meat. Chicken, pigeon something.
Enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky.
Pigeon jerky.
The Cadillac of processed meat. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky.
Yeah, you will.
Pigeon jerky.
All right.
And you'll give your family a treat.
All right.
It's balanced nutrition to help them grow.
Yeah.
And it's full of fiber to make them go. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky.
Pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meat. Yeah. Take two. All right. So Dana, if you wouldn't mind telling everybody how you are, if you couldn't read lips.
You know what? Yeah. For those of you that couldn't read lips, I am doing excellent. Well, I've been on the old lawnmower all day today. And this week been out changing oil in vehicles and just kind of getting caught up. We finally hit some real springtime weather.
Yeah.
Here in Tennessee.
It's awesome. And it's good for squirrel hunting too.
I bet it is.
I've been a squirrel murderer. I bought a 22 caliber air rifle, and if you lined up 5 squirrels heads all in a row, it would get them all. And I'm going to endeavor to try to do that later, just to take it out.
Have you gotten 5?
No, I barely get one. I mean, if you're a creature and you have fur and you even look like a squirrel, that's it for you in my yard. Anyway, let's get to the news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
All the news in the newsroom. It's Jeff Sills as we begin again the news report. Here he is, Jeff.
Hey, I've been here before.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to delete that, and then we're just going to have this one. So let's pretend it never happened.
Never happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so starting off with NASA.
Yeah, and thank you. Thank you, 400 AGL, for that. Time to get super chats pouring in. Thank you so much. That feels a little bit better. That coats the ulcer. It's a nice little cash coating to the ulcer. That makes me feel better. Go on, Jeff.
No problem. So NASA's been working for a while now on the Unmanned Traffic Management System, or UTM, in which they're working on developing a program that will help all aircraft, no matter what they are, including drones, airplanes, helicopters, you name it, share the skies at the same time.
Yeah.
They're in the 3rd phase of the project right now called deconfliction. And you have I think a nice display to show how simple this is.
Oh yeah, so simple. That's how it works. You know, you just get from point A to point B, and boom, there you are. That's how it works.
Oh, it's that simple, huh?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew it was so simple? Yeah.
So to continue with the news, obviously, if you're going to be flying your drone in a national park, which is still off limits since 2014.
Yeah.
Apparently, Crater Lake is apparently still a major hotspot. People go out there and fly their drones all the time, and because it's so picturesque.
Where is this?
It's Crater Lake, and wouldn't it be great to have some video? Wouldn't that be great? It would be great, but of all things, the video thing is messing up now too. It's like the good old days.
Well, Crater Lake's in Oregon, And any of you guys that feel that you want to go out there and fly, just to let you know, the ban is a misdemeanor with the maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and a $5,000 fine.
But it's worth it. Look at this beauty. And now I got to tell you, this video is from some UK guys. So they're going to fly over here, break the law, and then fly home and then post it. And I'm happy they did, actually, because look how awesome this is. I'm not saying, you know, it's okay to break the law, but I mean, if you have to, at least share it with us via YouTube, would you? Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that awesome? Wow.
Not $5,000 awesome, but okay.
Well, no, not for me, no. Gosh. Crater Lake. Dana, you've been to Oregon, haven't you? Dana? Great, now Dana's gone. Dana? No, he's just messing with me now. Dana's messing with me. Are you there? Ah, he's gone. Son of a gun.
Wait.
What happened?
I'm back.
Was that you or me?
No, that was me, man. My foot hit my power strip and it knocked out all my monitors, everything went off.
Thank goodness. I thought it was something I did. I was like, okay, well, that's it. I'm out. You know, I started looking for razor blades. You know what I mean?
Knocked everything I had went just poof off.
Okay, I thought you were messing with me.
Oh,
please don't mess with me. I am dancing on a razor's edge right now of sanity.
I didn't even know what happened, man. I was like, hey, everything went off.
Okay. So I asked you, have you been to Oregon?
Oh, yeah. And going back this summer.
Now make sure you get all of your stuff in order before you go, because you know you really want to be Oregonized.
Yeah.
And
come back again sometime.
My jokes are broken too, apparently. Now back to Jeff. Oh, thank you, Sky Stories Studio. Thank you very much. Hey, Ken and Dana, glad to see you both. Have missed the past few weeks. 107 work is nuts. By the way, it's Bumblebee. Hey, Bumble. Thank you so much. Had to change name for business. A little extra, keep the sound on, a.k.a. Wirecast. Yeah, thank you so much. And Will Thornburg, $20 super chat. Thank you. Tahoe footage was awesome on a work non-call, so watching you without sound. Yeah, everybody was watching us without sound earlier.
Yes.
So thank you so much. And now, back to the news.
So those of your audience that have the Mavic Pro will be happy to hear that a company called Fruity Shoots, love the name, has come out with a parachute launcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to stick in my head.
There it is. There's the old Fruity Shoots.
It is an independent power source automatic triggering system that is easy to install. It has multiple colors for the parachutes and can protect your drone from hitting the ground hard.
Stop gluing stuff to your drones. I mean, how much crap do you need on? You got legs. Oh, the legs aren't good enough. We need to put legs on. We got dropping mechanisms. By the way, a company's going to send me a really neat dropping mechanism. But really, don't ask your. Look, you're going to cut battery life in half with that thing. Look at. Besides, it's ugly. It's ugly. What is that? An external power source too? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's got an independent power source.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Just more weight.
Yeah.
So our friends at Intel have decided that they want to take their drones and do something a little bit more beneficial for the world. So they've teamed up with a company called AI Tech, and they've got a job to assist the Chinese in repairing the Great Wall.
Oh, neat.
Apparently there's a section of the Great Wall in Jianghu that apparently has been very damaged for many years, and they're going to go in and use their fancy drones to get 3D modeling done and help the Chinese identify sections that need to be repaired.
Very good.
Now, how about that? Now, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That'll keep all their enemies out.
Yeah, well, the Chinese, bless their heart, they like to copy stuff, so they decided they were going to go ahead and make themselves a series of Intel drones to do a display. They wanted to, I think it was for a Labor Day celebration. And The display was pretty impressive. You know, the drones did a good job on being able to draw things in the sky until somebody noticed that some of the drones had kind of gone rogue.
Yeah, this is really cool. This is really cool. Yeah, you'll watch it. Some of the drones decide to go their own way. This is really fascinating technology. But of course, with that many drones, something could go wrong, and it did, clearly. But it's like a TV with pixels in the sky. It's going to be amazing. Look at them falling to the ground.
Oh, and bouncing.
Yeah, did you see that one bounce? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, you know, when you copy something, sometimes it's, you know, the copy doesn't do as good as the original. So.
Yeah.
Now, the last one for the news is actually a little bit close to your heart, Ken. This is our friends, the Uniform Law Commission, which is a bunch of lawyers who have been asked or directed to start investigating ways to come up with civil laws for drones. This isn't the kind of stuff that, you know, you're going to have the police. It's not like a federal law or anything like that. This is a civil law.
This is as far as I know, this is an attempt by individual states to bypass federal law. Is that right?
No, the Uniform Law Commission is a group that creates laws. They go through this very, very long process that takes at least several years through different committees to formulate a law, and then they present this law as a guideline. States can then decide if they want to take that law and apply it.
Right, and that would supersede the federal law. The answer is yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes. And this is something we need to fight.
Yes, we need to fight this because the guidelines that they have in place right now, and this is what they're currently discussing, is that every single individual's home has the right to the airspace 200 feet above their house. So you would not be allowed to fly your drone below 200 feet over any privately owned property. But you would also, if you violated that, be liable for a civil lawsuit where they could take you to jail or take you to court and sue you for flying your drone over their property.
Yes. Yeah, this is going to open up a whole bunch of more headaches in the courts if they go through with this.
Well, what's really bad, and this actually affects the Part 107 owners, is that the specific terminology identifies that it is not it's not enforced on people with licenses. But if you notice your little card that you got, you don't have a license.
Right, it's a certificate.
You have a certificate.
Yeah.
Which means you're not covered under this law at the moment. So
all they have to do is change one word, and then that would help us. Right.
So needless to say, you guys should read up on the Uniform Law Commission's tort drone law, and definitely find a resource or an email and let these people know that you do not agree with what they're doing.
Absolutely. And it sounds boring as all get out, but it can really affect you. And by the way, thank you, Canadian Mavic Man DJI. We do need to do a Tello giveaway. Actually, I'm doing a Tello giveaway right now. Just go ahead and scroll back, and you can win this little bugger. Supplied by Brandon S. Thanks again, Brandon S. Just a viewer who sent this in and said, Ken, you should give this away. So I'll be announcing a winner for that next week. And by the way, I forgot to say who the guest is tonight. The guest tonight is a guy named Captain Drone. And whenever I say his name like that, it makes me feel good inside. Captain Drone will join us in a little bit. Right now, we got to say goodbye to Jeff because I've got a lot of guests tonight, a lot of people we need to talk to. Jeff, thank you so much for the news. Bye to you. Bye. Okay. And now I'm going to try to get someone on the phone. He's got the new Osmo Mobile 2 gimbal. Yeah. Are you interested in that?
Up, man.
Are you interested in that at all, Dana?
Well, a little bit. Yeah, it looks interesting anyway. It'll be interesting to know if it's what they say it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Luke on the phone here. My buddy Luke just got one of these.
Luke, we always like to see old Luke.
Yeah. There he is. I just click that and then bring him up there and then click that and then do this over like that, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll be on. There he is. Welcome to the show, Luke.
Hey.
And he's wearing the shirt. Thank you very much. Have you been watching all the car wrecks, the train wrecks?
I have. It's been quite the show today.
Oh, so it's been entertaining watching me fail. Okay, well, that's fine. So now you've got the Osmo Mobile 2.
I do.
All right. And you've had it how long?
30 hours.
30 hours. And in that 30 hours, what kind of conclusions have you come to with it?
Well, I've definitely formed some opinions.
Please.
The phone holding portion of it is now a spring-loaded clamp instead of the first Osmo Mobile where you turn the dial to open and close the jaws. Now it's just spring-loaded.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a fan of that.
Right.
It's harder to manipulate, in my opinion. The Osmo Mobile 2 charges via micro USB, which is I'm a really big fan of that. That makes it much easier to charge. You don't constantly have to try and track down that 3.5 millimeter charging cable that came with the first one.
Right.
Any micro USB will do. And they've moved the tripod mount to the bottom of the grip, so no weird DJI tripod needed. You can just mount it to any traditional tripod, no problem.
Okay.
So that's great.
And do you have it there with you?
Yeah, if you'll let me run into the other room, I'll go.
Oh,
grab
yeah. Go ahead. And actually, he sent me some footage, but I didn't have time to download it because the program I spent $1,000 on was giving me a bunch of headaches today. I will say, while he's gone, you're going to want to stay tuned because this show is going to go way past Dana's bedtime. Way past. I got too much stuff. I got too much show to share. And someone's going to win this drone, by the way. This is the Eachine E-58. We've had this before. I flew it. It's not bad. I flew it from my office to downstairs and outside. I'll share that video with you later. And yes, you can win it during the show. And it'll require the help of Dana.
Yes.
In a very unique way. And it's going to be awesome. So stick around for that. And in just a few minutes, we'll talk to I Am Wedge. I Am Wedge is he lost his brand new Phantom 4 in the water, and he's going through a whole bunch of stuff to try to get divers together. I mean, if you lost your drone in the water, you'd be like, that's it, new drone. But no, he's like wanting to dive and get it, and he's got a whole big story. So we're gonna talk to him in a minute, and then later on, got Greg from Australia. Ozby Drone. He's going to have a live stream tomorrow night. He's the one that actually made this possible because whenever my ulcer acts up and it's Wirecast, I'm like, beep, boop, boop, boop. Wonder what time it is in Australia. Don't care if it's 1 a.m. I need to talk to Greg to help me. So thank you, him. And now back to Luke with his Osmo Mobile 2.
So, Luke, here's my question. Are they, didn't I read somewhere where there were they lowered the price on these things, didn't they?
They did. The Osmo Mobile 2 is only $129.99.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is cool. So,
and up to about 15 hours of battery life if you get it nice and balanced ahead of time and aren't doing anything too crazy.
Okay. So hold it up to the camera. Let's take a look at that thing. Yeah.
So it's gray now, and there's larger stops on each axis. Larger physical stops to limit the rotation in each direction. But no more trigger. The trigger functions are all handled by this multi-purpose button on the front there. And there's also there's a zoom slider on the side now.
Oh yeah.
But so far I've been pretty pleased with it.
Okay, good. So you would recommend that people get that?
Yeah, if you had the first version, it's tough to say whether it's worth the upgrade or not. If you don't have one at all and you're looking for a gimbal for your phone, I would say definitely start with this one. DJI is usually ahead of the game on the stuff they do. So I also today got the new Holo Clip set for the iPhone 10, and this is a set of clip-on lenses. So just clip that onto your phone, and now you've changed the lens on it. So it comes with a super wide, which is really nice, and then it also comes with a 180-degree fisheye and a macro lens, so you can get really up close to something if you want to. And I tested this with the Osmo, the super wide especially. The super wide brings this motor into view just barely.
Wow.
Really?
If you were shooting in something like 4K, you could still do a nice 1080 crop out of that.
Okay, now
in close quarters.
The Osmo Mobile 2, does that work well with the onboard stabilization of the phone, of most phones?
It seems to work okay as long as you're not doing anything that's not zoomed in as much. You know, having that zoom slider on there, it's all digital zoom, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I did see some issues with trying to use the digital zoom on stuff. But if you're using the camera at its native focal length and everything, seems to be okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for that report, sir, and thank you for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, now we're going to say goodbye to Luke. Goodbye, Luke.
See ya.
Thanks for wearing the shirt. That's awesome. And now it's the time of the show. We're behind, so please forgive me. Captain Drone! We will call you in just a couple minutes. Dana, one of my favorite parts of the show is the Would You Ride It part. And this one...
What are we going to ride this week?
This is the Rub-a-Dub Drone.
The Rub-a-Dub Dub Dub.
Yeah, the Rub-a-Dub Dub Drone. This is a drone made out of a bathtub.
Oh, my goodness. What are we going to think of next?
And here's the thing with these homemade human carrying drones that I don't know if they've even considered. The controller, if that slips out of your hand or you drop it, you've
had it.
You're dead. That's it. Yeah. So
that's the end,
yeah,
man. Glue
it down, tether it, chain it around your neck. But this dude's just holding it. Isn't that amazing?
That looks mighty shaky to me, man.
Yeah, now this isn't an iron clawfoot tub. This is just a fiberglass thing, obviously. And so the question is, would you ride it?
Well, I think my answer is easy.
Yeah, what's that?
Absolutely not.
But why? He's got that foam on the underside in case he falls.
I mean, you got to be safe then, huh?
Yeah, you'll be fine. Look at it. It's not even on there. It's like taped on there or something. It's crazy.
I guess he could land in the water and he'd just sit there and float.
Yeah. I mean, if you knew you were going to live, it looks fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does.
But bungee jumping is fun. Parachute, skydiving is fun, but you don't know if you're going to live or not. So, and then he drove the thing to the donut shop and he parks it here.
I love the strap there. Like, he's...
Yeah, it's just the one strap.
one strap.
There, yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing, no problem. And boom, down. There you go.
Well,
all right.
You never have to worry about range with those.
No.
Yeah. Infinite range.
Oh yeah, forever.
As long as you got battery.
That's right. Okay, so please stand by for Captain Drone. He'll be with us in just a little bit. First, I Am Wedge has been standing by, and he actually bought a new microphone for this to be on our show.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wedge, come on in, baby.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and dial him up if I can get all of my ducks in a row here.
Dub death of tub.
Yeah, what are people saying in the chat? Would they fly that thing?
I'm seeing rub-a-dub death in the tub. Oh, somebody says screw it, why not?
Yeah, why not? All right, here we go.
My rubber ducky.
Fingers crossed. Here comes I Am Wedge, aka Doug.
Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, he made it. And can I say, before anyone else says it, does he not look exactly like Dale Earnhardt?
That's fair. I just shaved my beard up.
You get that? You get that, don't you? It's Dale with the hat and everything.
No, I've never heard that one before.
Oh well, I'm the first. I'm glad to be the first. Welcome to the show, sir. Thank you very much for buying the microphone. It sounds great, and you've been a big supporter of our channel, and we very much appreciate it.
Thank you for everything you guys do.
You bet. Now you
good to face with a name, man. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Now.
Well, there's all sorts of stories about how I got my nickname like that.
Oh, okay.
My dad used to cut my hair.
Oh.
So he was one of those ones when we were kids, he combed it all over to one side and trimmed it all over here. So when it fell down in front of your face, it went down like this. And I was in gym class and they went like this to wipe my forehead. He goes, look, it makes a wedge.
I think my mom.
I've had that for 40 years. So.
I think my mom actually did cut my hair with a bowl or a Flowbee. Remember the Flowbee? Google it.
It sucks.
It does. It does. Now you have a very interesting story, and I want to tell it as quickly as possible because our guest, Captain Drone, is standing by. But you recently bought a Phantom 4 Pro. Is that right?
Right, back in February.
And now your Phantom 4 Pro is where?
It's about 25 feet underwater in the St. Louis River.
Very quickly, how did it happen?
I was doing an orbit around an old bridge that's next to this bridge, and I thought I wasn't out as wide of a shot as I thought it was going to be, and I struck the column.
And how long had you had?
The last thing I saw on my feed was concrete.
And how long had you had the drone before it took a swim?
2 months.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
First, condolences. I'm so very sorry. Of course, we have to have a moment of silence for your drone. Okay, now you're trying to recover it. Most people just write it off and say, well, that's that. But you're trying to go after it.
I took my Parrot. I have a Parrot Bebop as well. So I took that down there, and I was having battery issues because I didn't know I needed a balance charger for that Parrot. I was just using the charger that came with it. Well, I was only getting 2.5 minutes out of a flight, and come back and have to swap the batteries right away. Well, I'm scanning the water. From what I saw on nautical charts, it was only supposed to be like 5 or 6 feet deep. Well, apparently it's anywhere from 17 to 30 feet deep.
Oh.
So I finally got my nephew to come down there with his boat, his depth finder on there. We're searching the water. I bought a extendable painter's pole. It goes out 23 feet. Bought a paint roller and left the roller off and put that down there. Was gouging all around. Bought a GoPro and had it on the pole, but they showed up so late in the day that
it's too dark.
Yeah, way too dark. So I'm like, oh great. So I'm like, this is getting ridiculous. So the next day I told my wife, I'm going back down there to see if I look for that drone. You know, I should be able to see white. You know, any little bit of white.
Right.
And you know, nothing. And I'm going, I'm not going to see nothing. Forget it. I'm calling an old family friend, and they're going to go diving for it.
So do you think it's in the same spot? Because, and I hate to mention this, they're designed to eject the battery when they crash. And if that happened, then it won't have the weight to stay in one place. And like somebody said just now, Sky Story Studio, that's probably in the Gulf of Mexico by now.
See, but I'll be one of those people who would be like, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I know it's in there.
Yeah.
You know, and if I don't at least have someone go dive for it and take a look, then if he doesn't find it within an hour, I'll give up and I'll buy a new one.
Okay. Well,
even if you find it, well, what do you think that you're going to salvage out of it?
I got DJI Care. They cover the water damage. It's a free drone.
Oh, okay. So you're not going after the SD card or just want it, but you want it back to exchange it.
Oh no, yeah, I want back to exchange it. My other option is DJI. When I called and talked to them, told me, well, with the refresh, we have to have the drone. I said, you want pieces of it, or do you need the motherboard, or what do you need? Well, we need the drone. So they offered me 15% off on a Phantom 4 Pro, and I'm like, well, I don't need the whole kit. Can I just get the drone? Yeah, we can just sell you a drone.
Okay. So how much is the dive costing you per hour?
$150.
$150. Wow. Dana, would that be worth it to you to get your drone back? And it's a gamble.
To get a free drone back, it's a $150 gamble. But then they're going to give him 15% off. Plus, you don't have to buy the radio or the controller. So it's probably worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. All right, man.
It's worth it. And there was ice out there at the time.
Oh.
So what are the odds that when it fell, it dropped right through into the open water? I mean, you've seen the one video I had with all the ice out there.
Yeah.
It was like a patch about 8 feet wide that it dropped into. When I looked at the flight data, I was doing my orbit at about 22 miles an hour. And I looked down, I saw it said high wind warning. Well, I got the crosswind. When I hit the column, I was doing 29.
Oh, yeah. You got to be careful with that. And also doing those manual orbits flying sideways, I mean, the footage will look great, but you have to remember, your visual observer should be there to let you know if you're going to fly into anything.
All my visual observer friends are working right now, though.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This is free time.
I got you. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, man, thank you so much for making time to be on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll have you on again soon. And
all right.
Thank you very much for supporting the channel.
Take care, guys.
All right, man. Okay, well, that was cool. It was good to meet him.
See, I never thought, the whole time I'm thinking, what in the world does he want it back for? But I didn't realize, man, yeah, if he's got DJI Care, then that's...
Yeah, they'll replace it, but they need the carcass.
Yeah, they got to have it.
They have to have the body. All right, so let's go ahead and try to bring in Captain Drone. Okay.
That's what I thought you said.
That's exactly what I said. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Why did the baseball catcher spend a night at the field?
Why?
Because he felt right at home.
Home, you get it.
All right, let's see.
Yeah,
okay, there he is. Do that, and then do that, and then hopefully he'll be on.
That's always a big hope. It's always a big hope.
Oh man,
it's just not logical, man.
No, that's the wrong one. Oh no! I just hung up on Dana. Sorry, Dana. Let me get you back, buddy. Oh boy. Yeah, I know. You like this. This is fun for some of you. Yes, my face is getting red. Oh my gosh. Oh, Dana, I'm so sorry.
You just hung up on me, man.
Yeah, I know, I did. Let me see. I'm trying to find.
Bless his heart.
Yeah. See, I don't know how to. And here's where Dana just sits there and says nothing. You know, he could tell some zany, wacky story.
Well, I could tell you this. If the world was logical, all men would ride side saddle.
That's true.
I'll tell you that right now. That is how that works. Right there.
Whatever you do.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Wait a minute. He's talking to other people.
Trying to find. See if
trying to find.
Come on, man. Help me out, Dana.
Man, if I could just see the screen, man. You know.
You can't?
I'm sitting here enjoying the Tums in the background next to 400 AGL.
Okay. See, the thing. Here's the thing. Okay. I don't know how to make call lists or whatever with Skype, and I don't. their name isn't like Captain Drone. It's like Larry Stevens or whatever. And when I'm in the middle of this, I can't remember. So I'm just going to call some dude named Steve and hope it's him. That's him. Okay, here we go. I know his name's Steve.
All right, Steve.
I need to be more organized. But hopefully this is... Oh, my gosh. He made it. All right.
Captain Drone.
Thank you so much. Captain Drone. Welcome to the show.
Pins and needles here.
Yeah, me too, man. Believe me. So welcome to the show. You're in Ottawa, Canada. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm in Ottawa, Canada, and it's good to see you, Ken and Dana.
Yeah, you too.
Good
So
to see you, man.
tell us a little bit about your channel and what it's about and why people should go ahead and subscribe to you.
Well, that's pretty easy. So it's a channel with drones and technology. So corporations will send me products to review, and that gets your normal review of whatever the product is. But the more interesting thing on my channel is basically commentary of what's going on when a new product comes out. Give you some insights into it, and usually from the business world, because I got a little bit of a background in market, stocks, business. And if it comes to drones, I have a background in photography, so I can usually talk about the cameras and whatnot.
Okay,
and makes for some interesting videos.
So you're all about the Autel Evo drone, is that right?
Yeah, well, it's one of the ones on the radar, and the only reason I think it's pretty good is because if you think about DJI and how their dominance is of the drone market, especially in North America, and they've got all the price ranges covered. So there's really nothing to compare to anything other than, well, it's basically DJI, Unique, a few other smaller companies. But now with Autel Robotics having their a USA home port as well, it's a Chinese company, but they have a USA home port. With this Evo coming out, it's not a Mavic killer, but it's finally some competition. So if someone's looking for their first drone and they didn't want a DJI product, the Autel offers a few things that DJI doesn't offer. So there's that way to go. And the price point's pretty decent.
Right, and it's good to have competition. It really is, because that'll make DJI want to be better, won't it?
Exactly, and that's why we have some of the drones we have now. That's why you're waiting for the Phantom 5. That if there was competition in the Phantom 5 at that price point with something else on the market, your Phantom 5 would have been delivered a long time ago, last year.
Yeah.
But there's nothing. So what DJI does, they do like all the business corporations, is they sit back and they won't put out a new product because there's no competition, but they'll put out what's considered just a bump product. So they'll take an existing product and they'll bump it up. So that's what we got with the Mavic Platinum.
Right.
So I think everybody's waiting for the Phantom 5 this year. I was as well, but there's no competition for it. I don't think DJI has to move that price point. So I think what we're going to get is a Phantom 4. They'll call it something weird because it's going to be all about the camera. It won't be Phantom 4 Platinum, but it'll probably be Phantom 4 optics or Phantom 4 glass, because it's going to be Phantom 4 that you can change the lenses on, as we've seen many times. Right,
and competition would be actually really good for DJI, especially if it's focused on their service department, because I don't know what kind of service department Autel has. Have you had any experience with them?
I've never owned an Autel product, but I've never heard anybody say anything negative about the Autel service. I've heard everything positive. It was like Unique. I ventured out back in 2016. I've been a DJI fanboy since they started. And I started back in 2016 and ventured out. I should say I started 2014 with drones. But 2016, I took a chance and went with the Typhoon H by Unique.
Yeah.
And that one there was sort of like the Autel. Everybody was waiting for it.
Yeah.
And everybody was just panicking that they wanted it to come out faster than it was ready. So when it came, it was, it wasn't fully baked. It had some growing pains, but it brought competition to the market, and it caused DJI to put out the Phantom 4, and it caused them to put out something called obstacle avoidance, because they never had it before that. They had to match what Unique had. And it's also made competition because it was taking away some market from their Phantoms and their Inspires, so prices got moved around. So it was great at the time.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Unique at all. That Typhoon H, it's the most worthless drone ever. It's horrible.
It's a love it or hate it. It's got some good things, good points.
Yeah, like what? Like what? It'll hold a door open? Yeah, it'll do that.
Well, it could. I don't know how durable it would be.
Yeah.
But no, it's got the retractable gear. It has the 360 camera, which is something that you only get on the Inspire 2 and the Inspire 1. And no, it's pretty decent, and it's got 6 motors. It's actually, I know it's pretty quiet, and it comes for the price point. You get the integrated controller. You get everything in the box. You don't have to add anything.
And what is the price point?
Oh, you can get that now on sale, like $7.99.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can also buy DVDs in. You can buy DVDs in the Walmart bargain bin for $2.
Yeah, possible. Well, it's probably gonna. Yeah, well, it's not as bad as the GoPro Karma, that's where you would find that nowadays.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that.
By the way,
Autel's got some good stuff going for it. I was looking at. You can actually download the manual for it, so you can learn all about it. So I downloaded the manual and the in-behind specs to take a look at what it has. It's got some good things. Like they didn't put a no-fly zone in it. So Ken, you're gonna love this because now if you use it. And if you like to fly places where you had a DJI wouldn't let you fly, there's nothing in this to stop you from flying.
Wow.
Go anywhere.
I don't know if that's as well. Yeah, I don't agree with that actually. I hate to have corporations thinking for me, and of course it is frustrating sometimes when the drone won't let you take off somewhere. But that is a good reminder for those who would intentionally thwart the law.
They actually use the argument that they put that in place because of the first responders. So they felt that if a first responder had an Autel drone for search and rescue or whatnot, that they're going to be near possibly places where it would be a no-fly zone, so they could just use it. That's their argument. I don't know if that's true. I think it's just because they're running out of time, and it takes time and money to put together some sort of system that's going to really use that.
Yeah. Now, you're from Canada, and I've watched a couple of your videos, and in one of the videos, I really enjoyed the way you said this word. Would you say this word for me?
Oh, I can't see it. You're going to have to hold it to your left. There we go.
Yeah.
Garage.
It's a garage.
Garage.
Dana.
You call it the garage?
Do you park your car in the garage?
In the garage. What do you call it? The garage?
It's a garage. Yeah.
Jeez, I get beat up for saying garage. I got beat up from a guy recently from Europe because I said aluminum, and he goes, "No, it's aluminium."
Well, look, I mean, Canada is French, right? I mean, shouldn't it be garage like garbage, right? That's French.
Garage.
Yeah.
En français, c'est garage.
Say it one more time. Say garage one more time.
In French, it's garage.
Say it in
English,
Canadian.
I say garage. Now you got me saying it funny.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to share a little bit of one of your videos where you fly the Tello and it got away from you.
Sounds good.
So let's.
I'm just subscribed. I'll have you know, Captain.
Oh, good. And there's a link in the description if you would like to subscribe as well. Here's a little bit of his poor little Tello flying away.
Well, there goes the Tello. Is it gonna stop? Is it gonna stop? Is it gonna? It's still going. There's the Tello up there.
Stuck in a tree.
There's the water down there.
Yeah.
Somehow, I have to get over there.
The weird thing is, too, is that I knew I had done a video earlier to show that probably about a month or 2 weeks before, that the Tello, if there's a wind, will lift off and then fly with the wind, but it usually fixes itself within 10 meters.
Well,
so I was standing there, and it went like 200 meters. It just kept going.
Well, it's an inside drone. It's an inside selfie drone. It's not meant to be flown outside. It got away from me when I've.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's
why I got it back. See.
Yeah.
I could help that other gentleman you had on with the lost drone in the water. That pole's pretty long. I could probably dig out his phantom.
Yeah, that was really cool. By the way, what kind of motorcycle was that?
That is a Honda VFR.
Very nice.
I had to get that because I have another YouTube channel where I used to do motorcycle tours and vids, and it became only popular because I kept crashing. And after, just like yourself, Ken, after ending up in the hospital too many times, somebody recommended, why don't you get a motorcycle with brakes on it that are like ABS brakes? So the Honda VFR, a little bit more tame.
Yeah, that's great. But at least it's still a street bike.
It's a street bike, yeah. It's just a sport tour.
So the other video I wanted to share, and this is the whole reason why I invited you on the show, because this video is awesome. I don't know why it doesn't have 1 million views. This is fantastic. It's you and your dad is trying to fly the Tello, but the phone just won't cooperate. Here's that.
This is my father. He's 88 years old. He served in the military for an awful long time. One of the smartest guys I know. However, he's got a little bit of difficulty with drones. He always wanted a drone, so I let him try the DJI, or I should say the Rise Tello, and it didn't work out so well. Not that he had problems with the Tello, but more that he had problems with the actual cell phone and actually using a smartphone, which he's never used before. What do you think of that?
That's what it is, a battery?
Yeah, there's a battery in the back. It comes out. All right. Are you ready to try it?
Yeah, I will try that. So you stop the engine?
So right over here, you have a little thing that says, it shows up, hit it once. Just touch it, tap it nicely with your thumb. There you go. And it says, what's it say?
Slide to take off.
So slide it. Slide it slow. Push your finger on it. Keep your finger on the screen and slide.
Yeah, I know.
Try again. There you go. Slide.
Come on, Dad, come on!
Yeah. My camera battery was running out of it then.
Okay, this is going to take like another 20 minutes. I don't know what's going on. Okay, watch this. See how I'm moving it? How easy it is? I'm moving it, slide in.
How come it won't work with me?
When you put your finger on, hold it down. Oh, you did it! Slide it to the side.
I had to cut the video there. He was going up into the fan above the...
What's that?
He was going up into the fan above.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I had to cut the video because I had to dive over and take the
That
controller.
that is awesome. Your dad is precious. He is just such a cute man.
Cool, man.
He loves technology. I got him a tablet a long time ago, same problem. And then when I went back after a while, I said, how's the tablet working? He says, it's pretty good, but the screen is blurry. So he pulls it out to show me, and the screen was totally squashed, like cracked. Because what he used to do is he has a walker he sits on. So he thought the tablet was, was gerbil enough, and since his butt hurt, he would sit on the tablet. He didn't realize that it break it into a...
Oh my goodness. Time to sit down and have a chat with Dad. You're going to cost me a lot of money, man.
I know.
Awesome.
But he's pretty good with computers. He does a video chat with the family every Sunday, so the entire family video chats with him.
Very good. And UAV of Texas just had a super chat. Appreciate it. The super chat is open, by the way. I don't know if you know that, but clearly UAV of Texas knew that. For regular unleaded gas in your Mazda, so that you make 52,000 subscribers before your car hit 52,000 miles. That's right. My
right,
car,
you're up to over 50,000 subscribers.
Almost. We're pretty close. And I was going to ask people, what should I do? Dana, what should we do for the big 50K subscribers? Should we have a party, or can Diamond Rio play our party, or what's going on with that? You got any ideas?
Let me think about it. We'll have to study on that one.
That's what Dana says. I'm with him sometimes in restaurants, and like we'll be sitting there, and fans will come over and talk to him and I don't know if you know, he's in a band called Diamond Rio, very famous country band, Grammy Award-winning band. And so when we're in Nashville, he gets recognized a lot, and people come up to the table where we're eating, and they'll be like, "Can you play at my daughter's birthday party?" And Dana will say, "Well, I'll think about it." So I just got the "I'll think about it." So that means no. But anyway.
Well, just say absolutely not. It's a pipe dream.
Yeah, right. There's no way that's ever happening, but good to meet you.
Sorry. Not in your lifetime.
Well, Captain Drone, before we let you go, what kind of stuff's coming up on your channel? What can we look forward to?
This weekend there's I've got a bunch of videos and scheduled in order. I think this Saturday is a Phantom 4 Pro, which I haven't flown for a long time, so I took that out, and I'm flying in the evening as the sun's going down with filters, trying filters with the sun going down, and it looks pretty awesome.
Oh my goodness, hold everything. Hold everything. Did you see what I Am Wedge did?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I Am Wedge, you didn't have to do that. Being on the show is free. We don't charge you, man. Thank you so much. Holy cow. $100 super chat. I'm not worthy. We're not worthy, Dana.
Yeah,
road trip. I think that means he wants me to gas up and come see him, maybe. I'll do it. I'll help. I'll go diving for your drone. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you very much for being on with us. It's good to meet you.
Yeah, it's been great to be on. And what's that thing you say to all your guests at the end?
Oh, I say guh and Raj.
Okay,
take that, Cap.
I say buh.
And bye.
Thank you so much there.
Like that.
Yeah, just like that. All right. See you, man. All right. So, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was hitting that button. And so, Dana, it's an hour.
Good looking channel, man.
He does. It's a really, very entertaining channel. And I hope that he gets a lot more subscribers from this. He puts a lot of effort in his videos.
Yeah.
So Dana, we still got to give this away. Viewer video of the week, and I've got a whole bunch of other stuff to share. How sleepy are you right now? You got time to stick around?
Another 15 minutes in me.
Another 15. Okay, good. Because I want to share this video from Dennis Parker. Dennis Parker sent a video of him filming the Atlas V rocket launch with his drone.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Now, he did it from 50 miles away. He says, hey, Ken, here's a little shot I did from my yard in Orlando, Florida, looking west to the coast when the rocket went up. I had the Phantom 4 drone at 200 feet and recorded the Atlas V at 4K video. The view is from Orlando, about 50 miles away. And it is still cool.
You see how he saw it. Man,
oh, you will, yeah.
Miles.
Check this out.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We have ignition. 2, 1, and liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket with App Space 11 from the United States Air Force.
You don't see it yet.
Correct. 50 miles for crying out loud. There you go.
See that little dot?
Yeah. Have you ever been down there, man, to see a launch?
I was born in Cape Canaveral, Florida. And so I didn't see it, but I was there.
And vehicles now passing Mach 1.
Mach 1.
SRB chamber pressure continues to look good across all 5 SRBs.
I went down there once. I was sitting right beside of the clock.
Oh, really?
To watch the shuttle go up, yeah. Yeah.
You hear that? That engine noise, that just pure power?
Just pure fuel burning.
I'd love to see a launch.
Oh.
That's just like testosterone.
I was as close as they let anyone get, including the firemen, everybody.
Really?
I was 4 miles away from the launch pad.
And what did it feel like? Could you feel the percussion?
First off, it was the middle of the night when it went up, and it turned daylight for a few seconds. It was just so bright, man.
Wow.
And then it felt like my knees, your legs are shaking. You feel that when that thing takes off. It's unbelievable, the power.
Wow. And now just got a super chat from Chris Hope for Nick, our buddy Nick, who's in the hospital.
Oh, yes, Nick.
And he's amazing. He was in a really bad car wreck. Broke his pelvis. Every bone in his face was broken.
Lost his spleen.
Lost a huge scar. If you haven't seen the video, go back and check it out. He's a good guy.
The staples in his
Yeah, that's a lot of and he's proud. It's like one of the first things. Oh,
yeah,
hey,
you want to see it?
Yeah.
Let's show you something cool. Yeah.
Hey, good to meet you, Dana. Check this out. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Beach
good.
Guy, thank you very much. Love the show. Keep it up. Sorry, I am $95 short. That is okay. That is perfectly fine. And thanks again to Dennis Parker for the Atlas V rocket. And we're about to give this drone away. But first, it's time for some very appealing videos. Yes,
boy,
people
boy.
still send these in. If you would
know
like
what I got?
Yeah, what do you got? Oh, you got something to peel?
Oh, but I think this has died on me.
Oh, you know, for those who are
this week.
new to the channel, Dana doesn't like taking the plastic off of his new gizmos. And I think actually, Dana, that died because of the plastic. It couldn't breathe properly. There's probably some vent holes you're covering up.
No, all the vent holes are up here.
So it's dead?
Well, maybe.
So
I couldn't get it to connect.
So there's no reason to keep the plastic on it?
Probably not anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dana will peel the hard drive. All right, well, let's go ahead and see these peeling videos first, and maybe they will inspire you.
Maybe.
The first one is from our buddy 400 AGL, and he is peeling a portable spark charging system. This is for you, Dana. Enjoy.
Spark charging.
Hey everybody, let's take a look at this portable charging station for the DJI Spark. Watch this. This is going to be fun. Dana's going to love this.
Oh, man, there he goes.
Yeah,
and I love showing these videos to Dana because the look on his face. Look at Dana's face right now.
Look at this.
Look at that. Oh, pain.
No. Oh,
yeah. Get that stuff off of there. We don't want that crap. We gotta just get rid of it.
Really should.
There you go. Thank you, 400 AGL.
Yeah.
The next one is from RSP, and he's got quite a few security lights. So enjoy this.
Ken and Dana, Mike from RSP Drone Photography. Boy, do I have an appealing video for you. We actually just got some of these great little outdoor lights, and oh, look at this. Oh my goodness, there just happens to be all this plastic coating. Oh, what's that?
It's there for a reason, right?
Oh my gosh, look at that. All that plastic is gone. Wait, there's more. Oh, that's gone.
That's gone. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think he's got like 17 of them.
I mean, yeah.
We're going to play the whole thing.
Heal this guy.
Now, these lights wouldn't even work properly if that film was left on it, Dana.
You think?
Yeah, you can't cover up the...
Yeah, there we go.
You can't cover that up, man.
Oh, yeah, you can hear that.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
There we go. Last one. Let's make it last.
Oh.
There we go. Yep, that's the stuff. Here we go.
That's it.
Gone.
There you go.
Oh.
Wow. And for the grand finale, this is the largest peel we've ever had.
Oh.
The largest peel. Are you ready? This is truly amazing. Dana, all for you, buddy. Check this out.
Oh, not a TV.
All right, Ken. This is what you've been waiting for. We just hung this just for you.
And you too, Dana.
That looks cool.
And he's watching our video. That's our video, Dana. Remember when we were following each other? The distance test?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Our distance. Oh, God.
Very good.
He's proud of himself.
Yes, sir. All right. How do you feel about that?
That's a big peel, buddy.
Do you need some Tums?
You got them.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and give this wonderful Eachine E-58 pocket drone away. It looks just like a Mavic, doesn't it?
It does, man.
I mean, down to the last little detail.
Even the little gold band things around it.
Yeah.
I don't see how they get away with that stuff without just getting sued out the wazoo.
Yeah, here's the charger. Now, you can put these up, but they won't do anything.
They don't?
No, they're just there for decoration. These are not antennas. They're just there for decoration. So I flew this inside the farm here. It's what we call the radio station, the farm, because it looks like a big red barn. And then I will give this away after you watch this demonstration. Hi there. I've got this little fake Mavic, the faux Mavic. And before I take off, I'll take this little plastic off the lens. Oh, look at the plastic. Oh. I'm not going to bother filming with the drone because you all know what 720p video looks like. I've got a special helper there. Show yourself. There she is right there. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to fly this from my office upstairs to out by where people smoke. And who smokes out there? Turn the camera. Yeah, she does. All right, so here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay, all right. Oh, the controls are backwards. Okay, this is going to be difficult. The controls are totally backwards.
Does it have GPS?
No.
No.
Wow. No. Wow. Oh my God. Well, there you go. Did you get that? I crashed it. I could hear you laughing, camera person. Luckily, this is only a $4,000 drone. Oh, there we go.
Made of steel.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. Second try. Now, at the end of this, I almost sliced my own head off.
That's always fun.
Yeah, and that was not planned.
Coming down where people smoke.
Don't try this at home. Yeah. If you live in a barn like me. All right, here we go. We're gonna head out the door. We gotta go through the other office.
That is different, isn't it? You do live in a barn.
Yeah. Only crashed once. Yeah.
We don't live in a barn, you know.
Shut the door. It's not a bad little drone.
Shut the door.
All right, and now outside, hopefully, as camera 2 picks up the action. Here we go, and we're outside. All right. Here's where I'm gonna slice my head off. Watch this. Made it. Now the question is, who wants to win a crashed drone? Do you? Here's Ken to tell you how.
Oh!
That was pretty close, wasn't it?
You're not getting as close.
Yeah. All right. So now Dana is an integral part of this contest.
Yes.
And it's
yes.
Very, very simple. And I'll give it away right now. You don't have to wait until the video posts. So if you would like to win this fantastic Eachine E-58 drone.
And I'm watching the answer.
It's up to you, man.
I'm watching.
The first person in the chat to correctly guess Dana's age in this picture.
Ah, man.
Anybody get it so far? Nobody got it?
No, man. No, man. Nobody even guessed yet. There's one guess, 2 guesses.
Anybody get it? Oh, thank you, Paul. Peel that device, Dana.
Bing, bing.
Oh, hold on.
81.
Who got it?
OTSM81.
OTSM81. And how old are you?
I am 7 years old right there.
Nice.
7 years old, living in Huber Heights, Ohio.
You know, you still look like you.
A suburb of Dayton, Ohio.
Pictures of me when I'm that age, I don't look like me anymore. You still look like you.
I still look like me. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, that looks like you. Very cute.
Apparently, I was opening early Christmas gifts.
Oh, is that what you were doing in the picture?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so before we get to the viewer video of the day and Dana tucks himself in, I need to just veer off of drones for just a moment.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, I need to rant a little bit.
Ooh,
because
rant.
A little bit of a rant, a crotchety rant, because I can feel myself becoming old and crotchety. I'm only 51. I'll be 52 August 22nd. Birthday coming up.
That 22 is just a good number.
It is. Your birthday's coming up the 22nd of this month.
Yeah, man. Come on.
All right. So there are certain things that happen in the world that I think, boy, if I was a parent, I don't have any kids, but if I did, this would upset me. You know, in some schools, they're doing away with cursive writing. I'm like, what? Why?
And kids can't write.
I know. And then cursive.
Type. They're teaching them to type.
Yeah, that's right. And so, I mean, does Jacob, your son, is how old?
He'll be 22 on the 29th.
And can he write cursive?
If he can, you can't read it.
Okay, well, that's good. At least he tries. But here's the thing that really has got me. And I've got two young, I got a niece and nephew, and they're still young. And my sister assures me that they can do this. Apparently, in some parts of the country, some parts of the world, kids can no longer tell analog time from a clock with hands.
Are you kidding me?
No. And so this
that's something I would have never.
I know. This video blew my mind. This is from Jimmy Kimmel. And this is a good demonstration of that. Enjoy this if you can.
What time does it say it is on this clock?
I don't know.
Do you know what time it is?
No.
Is it 9:23? 1.
Wow.
7.
1 or 7?
7.
Sad.
Yeah, it's sad. It's not even funny.
5
The part of it is
11.
where are the parents? How come the parents?
Right.
10, 15.
I mean, remember, I remember my parents. I sat on the bar in the kitchen, and we had a clock on over top of the refrigerator.
What time does it say it is on this clock?
9:33. 9:30.
He got it.
Now you're like Flavor Flav.
Yeah, I know what time it is. Yeah,
That's awesome. So
my
what we
goodness.
said, that's basic stuff. That is basic stuff. And you know, they give an Alzheimer's test. And they ask you to draw a clock. And if your clock's that's a basic thing. But I just don't understand how they're not emphasizing this.
I don't get it.
Is it because everybody, what time is it? And they look at their phone? I don't understand. Why is this dropping off in education?
It's just, hey, we're just more and more technology is becoming a crutch. Is just all there is to it, man.
Yeah, technology dependency.
Yeah, it's just a crutch in life, and we're all victim of it. I mean, hey, man, you know, I bet you I could ask you what my phone number is and you wouldn't know. But you know,
no, I know it.
25 years ago, I could have asked you, and bam, right out of the chute.
Yeah, that's true.
You just don't know stuff no more like that. You depend on your tech stuff.
Thank you, Sleepy Driver. I am Iron Man. $20 super chat. Thank you.
I believe you.
So, all right, I'm going to seethe over that whole clock thing for a while. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. 2 more things before we get to the viewer video of the day. I have to mention this. There's a guy named Ken, and he is he calls himself the original Dobo, and he wanted to be on the show.
The Dobo.
Original Dobo, and he wanted to be on our show, and I apparently got some emails that I've been ignoring, and so to get my attention, he made a video, and here's a little bit of that.
Sent an email to Ken Heron after having a conversation with him on drone therapy. He invited me on his show. I sent an email, sent 2 emails. Haven't heard anything back from him, and I think it's just because he probably gets so many emails. It's so hard for him to keep up with it all.
That's
Trying to
definitely
get
it.
on his show. I would love to talk to him. I do a lot of the phone, drone, and tech technology. So I figured it would be fun to have a conversation with Ken and Dana on their show, and yeah, so I had to find a really awesome and interesting way to get my message to Ken, so I'm going to rely on you all to help me because I don't have a bottle to send this message up. So I was watching a movie, it was Castaway with Tom Hanks, and he basically writes a message in the sand hoping that somebody will see it, so I figured, well, that didn't work for Tom Hanks, but it works for people who got found from Google Maps or Google Earth. So I'm going to write a message in the sand and say, "Hey, Ken Heron, invite me on your show, Original Dobo." And I had to find an island that was deserted. Okay, I had to find an island. All right, I found an island, but it had a really long bridge attached to it, but it's still an island. A big message. Okay, it wasn't that big. I had a limited space, but anyways, roll this video. I hope Ken sees this.
Isn't this clever?
That's wanting on pretty bad.
Yeah. Check this out. He writes a message to me in the sand, but people keep walking over it.
Sand destroyer.
Yeah. Hey, Ken, invite me on. Very good.
And now she's going to walk on it
Yeah,
again.
she's still going to walk on it. She doesn't care. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. That was very, very clever. And it got our attention. And so, should we have him on?
Darn right.
Yes, I actually have Ken scheduled for May 17th. So he'll be on May 17th. And next week, we're going to try Jim Bauer's Demon Seed again. We're going to try him again. Give him a second try. All right. So, man, I got so much stuff we didn't even get to. But it is long over an hour. I can tell that Dana's sleepy and his recliner is calling him. So let's go ahead and get to the viewer video of the week.
It's a good plan.
Yeah. Let's see. Viewer video of the week is from RSP Drone Photography. And this, I love abandoned places, don't you?
Oh, you know I do.
This is an abandoned Holiday Inn. Have you ever stayed at a Holiday Inn? Do they even have Holiday Inns anymore? Are they gone?
It's kind of like Holiday Inn Express nowadays.
Okay, so there's no Holiday Inn or like Howard Johnson's. Remember Howard Johnson's with the orange roof?
Yeah,
are they gone?
Yeah.
Are they gone?
I think they are, man. I mean, I think the Patels bought them all.
Did they? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's an abandoned one for you, and this is from RSP Drone Photography. It is our viewer video of the week. Enjoy. Looks like a movie set. Wow. What's that?
Look at that sign, huh?
Yeah, and that's an iconic sign. This kind of stuff you'd see along Route 66. It's sad, kind of, you know? This kind of iconic stuff is going by the wayside.
Yeah, you just hate to see it happen.
I'm sure on your travels with your band, all the hotels you stay in are big chains. It's not like, you know, Larry's Hotel or anything.
Sometimes you don't have any option. Larry is all you get.
Well, Larry runs a good place.
Yeah.
I like the mint on the pillow thing and the magic hands vibrating bed, even though it's 50 cents now. It used to always be 25. Wonderful. Good work. Great location. Great music. Thank you very much for that. RSP Drone Photography. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah. Like that a lot.
Yeah. Now, before I go, just one more thing. Got to mention, this is because it's time sensitive. And this is really, really cool, too. Oh, that's... I need to click that. Yes, okay. Do you remember the LST 325?
Yes.
The museum ship that I shot?
Yeah.
It's this boat right here. It's now a museum ship. It's the last LST in existence. And I've done quite a few videos about it. There's links in the description. Well, a guy named David Anderson, he is a U.S. Coast Guard artist, and he's the managing director of the American Society of Marine Artists. He used a video still, this video still right here, and made a painting that will be featured in his series, The Rivers, a celebration of life and work on America's waterways. And here, this is the reel, this is the still, and here is his painting from that still.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that amazing? I'll go back again. This is the original still from my drone, and there's the painting he made from it. I'm very honored to have been a part of bringing the LST 325 out to the public a little bit more. And this exhibition of David Anderson's work will be on exhibition in Evansville, Indiana Museum starting today. And there are some links in the description of how you can check that out. So I just thought that was very, very cool, and I'm honored to have been a part of that. And now we must bid you adieu. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging in there with the false start. I appreciate that very, very much.
It was a false start, but everything's okay.
It worked out okay. Yeah, my ulcer has scabbed up, and I think I'm going to be all right.
It does.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff Sills, for being our news guy. The news is now available in PDF form if you want to click on the link in the description and check out the stories, the drone stories that we didn't cover.
Well, that's cool. I love that.
If you want some of these eyeballs, I have a limited supply right now. These are Mavic size, but I also have Phantom size. $10 super chat, and make sure to contact me via kenheronupload@gmail.com because I rarely get notified from YouTube instant messages for some reason. I'm still taking your tracking stuff videos for the viewer compilation, and you can upload that to kenheronupload@gmail.com. If you want to contribute any video, peeling videos, just something neat, viewer video of the week, kenheronupload@gmail.com, and please send a streamable link. I can't stress that enough. A streamable link, because I can't go downloading weird files. Coming up next week is Jim Bauer's Demon Seed, and I hope to see you then. Dana, where are you off to?
Just remember, tomorrow, may the 4th be with you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah. You only get to say that one day a year, so.
Yeah. Are you a Star Wars fan?
I'm not a diehard. I mean, I haven't seen the last probably 2. So,
You haven't?
No.
You haven't seen the new ones?
No.
The Disney-fied ones?
I need to, man. I need to. I just.
Pretty doggone good.
What do you say? Yeah, I'm sure they are. I know they are.
So where are you in the?
Keep informed.
Where are you and the band going to be?
Let's see. You know what? I think we're flying out to Idaho and Oregon or Washington or something like that. Sometime next.
You don't know till you get there. You just get on the bus and then you open the door. It's like, where are we? I
looked at the calendar.
All right, hand me my bass. All right.
I haven't looked at the calendar.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, Dana, thank you as always. Thanks for staying late. I know you're terribly tired right now.
Oh man, just beat to the socks.
Okay. So now before we go, I'm gonna make sure that I get this all right. So I hit that button, then I hit this button, and then we disappear.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hit this button, and that disappears.
Mm-hmm.
But then I want to bring that back. I want to bring that back, and that. And this is where we say, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Buh.
And bye.
enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, the killer of processed meat. Say I enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, and you give your family a treat. Establish nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them go. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, a killer of processed meat. Yeah. That was so funny.